Hey guys, so I'm going to do a tiny update. I just got back from the gym. I have Tiny playing on my tablet to, give her the views and stuff. I'll be listening after I'm done with this. So I forgot to bring an elastic when I went to the gym, so my hair's a little this. um, I tried to touch up the green, but it kind of turned blue where the silver was because there wasn't yellow. uh, um, I didn't get to every exercise again, just time constraints. I wanted to make sure I could actually get the cab today, and they stop after a certain time, and I just um, there was only a couple things literally that I missed, which was doing the dumbbells and doing the rope pull. Um, I did everything else. So that was the one pull press thing. Then the butter. It's not a. It's a pulley, fly pulley. It's in the community tab. What they're called. I'm still getting used to what they're called, but I demonstrated. It's the one that I did both frontwards and backwards. Um, so I did that. I did the ones with the pulleys where you know, punch forward. I did both the recumbent bike and the stepper. The bike stopped at 1.93 miles. I don't know when it stopped at that, but I know I pedaled for like a whole minute watching it. The laps didn't increase, the mileage didn't increase. So it just stopped reading it for whatever reason. I don't know. Um, and I did my stretches. Trying to remember everything that I was, because it was on a page that I had on a clipboard. So first I did the stepper because I was still watching Nerfy stream and I wanted my hands to not be bumping stuff as I'm trying to potentially type. So I did that as my warm up. Then, because I was actually able to grab the machines, I was able to do the thing with the yellow buttons, and then the press. Muffin, Rumble, be nice. You don't need to swat each other right now. Rumble. Rumble. Yeah. Don't try to look sleepy and all innocent. You were the one throwing the blows. You can come see me now? Come on. Come on. Muffin. Or Rumble. Rumble. Come on. You want to come see people? Even though you can't technically see them, but they might be able to see you. Come on. Come on. Hi, Rumble. I missed you. I missed you. So, stepper, thing with the yellow buttons, the press, both facing forward, and then the reverse, and then the pulleys. Then I went and did the stretches, Then I did the recumbent bike. And then it was almost 4 o'clock. And so I decided to call it a day. It is currently 4:30, Thursday, August 8th. So, I didn't have to actually, like, I had my watch charging, so I was able to see it like that. Oh, there we go. So it was definitely good, especially because of the press. It goes from 10 to 25 pounds. 10 would have been way too easy. I did 25 pounds, 2 sets of 30 each way. That was like the highest weight that I did in the whole routine. And I'm definitely still feeling it. Like here, I'm not really feeling it in my back, thankfully. Not yet, anyway. And then, like, in here. Like, I could see, oh, look, fucking muscle. But I could actually see, let me see if I can, yeah. But look at all that fucking skin, too. But I could see, like, the definition as I'm doing those exercises. So I thought, I'd share that for a laugh. But I'm definitely feeling accomplished each time I go, Even if I'm not, like, I guess I have to do certain things faster in order to get to everything. My warm-up, I was kind of taking my time, but again, I was kind of modding. So, hey, Rumble! Let Muffin be! Hey! Yeah, I'm talking to you. Rumble. Stop it. Especially since you're distracting me and I'm trying to actually do things quick. You okay, Muffin? Yeah, I know. You're just trying to lay there. He looks so depressed. They're brothers, so sometimes Rumble starts shit. They don't actually ever get into, like, the literal fur flying sort of fights. Just FYI. So, it's just Rumble decides to start shit. But yeah, like, I mean, of course, earlier this week, I was down weight again. Definitely loving to see that progress. Probably in about another month and a half. Because I think it's every 60 days, 60 or 90, they suggest you do the body scan. And I'll do that one, and hopefully, there'll be like a difference. And because of the app, I'll be able to see and compare those differences, which will be awesome. I mean, like, I think I'm seeing them, but I'm not 100% if I'm seeing them. Like, maybe I'm worried that I have, like, fat blindness, or maybe worse, that I'm seeing things that I want to see. I try to be very realistic about what I'm doing. I mean, again, I'm at least seeing decrease in my weight. I think I'm seeing more muscle definition in certain places. I only just started going to the gym. I acknowledge that. So again, maybe it's just me being too optimistic, hopeful. I don't know which adjective to use. Or maybe I am seeing things and it's my self-esteem issues trying to sabotage. And I don't point this out for any bit of like sympathy or self-assurance from anyone else, because sometimes it's hard, even when people say things, to hear. Like if you have self-esteem issues, I think you'll understand. I'm open and honest about it because I know that I'm probably not the only person that deals with these things. And I want other people to know that even though I am making progress, I know I'm making progress, there's still that fucking voice. And I hope in time I'll be able to make it just shut the fuck up. But, I mean, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Except did cancel me going to the gym for Saturday. I was a little concerned about whether or not I'd have the ride home, just because Saturday hours for the cab companies seemed a bit squiffy. I didn't want a situation like earlier this week to happen. Bonus mom would like for me to come over, and yesterday my watch reminded me that apparently my invitation to the red wedding should arrive near presently. Possibly tomorrow, according to its prediction. So I didn't want to go where I'm feeling kind of my shittiest. And then there's that concern that, I mean, yeah, I'd be wiping down the seats after I'm using them, but what if I go to wipe down a seat and gross, I'm not even gonna say the rest of it out loud. If you're a girl, you understand. So I just figured I'll cut myself a small break. I already scheduled my 3 days for next week. In addition, Friday they're doing a Red Cross blood drive, so I signed up for that as well. So I'll be giving blood. Hopefully. Anyway, I mean, I'll tell them about the CIDP, and hopefully that won't be an issue, but I'm O negative, and I know that's a blood type that they're usually often searching for. I know it's not the universal. I know, though, that it's a rare blood type. So I thought I would at least, help if they let me. Plus, apparently they're offering $20 gift cards to Amazon, so that helps me too. But even if they weren't, I mean, I think about when I got the IVIG treatments. back when we were figuring out the whole CIDP thing, and that spun white blood cells from blood, and I know those treatments are very expensive per vial. I think they were at least, I want to say, 1,500 a piece, and it's 5 vials for each course of treatment, and I went through 2 of those. And I mean, I don't have an issue with needles, people taking blood. I mean, my veins have issues. So hopefully I'll make sure I'm properly hydrated before I go. But, my veins like to roll, they like to shift, they like to quit. They've always been problematic, and that's usually when people go to take blood from me, I tell them to try for the hands because it's less problematic. And there have been times in the past where they would dig into my arms, and all that, them trying to maneuver and it would actually make me nauseated. One of those. I think it's nauseated. And that's not a feeling I want to go through if I can help it. So whenever I'm going to see a phlebotomist, I run through it. It's been that way since grade school. So it's not even a fat thing, because I was not a fat child. I know some of my pictures are actually on my Facebook. I could probably share them on my community page. But yeah, I mean, for all I fucking know, I might have been considered a fat child. But when other people show pictures of them being fat children, I don't think I was. And I was very active. Especially in the summers. We'd go to the public pool every day that I could. I didn't do any little league sports and stuff because I was a girl, and in the 80s it was more of a boy thing. Even in high school I wanted to do football, but girls weren't being allowed yet in that either. So at size 12, I had a little bit of a stomach. It was like a little pouch. You could you could grab it, but it was just a little bit, I could wear crop tops, no issue. I didn't feel self-conscious about that at all, actually. I will be happy if I can get back to that. I will be very happy. So, yeah, even as far back as I can remember, when they had to do blood work for me for anything. Thankfully, never had an issue with needles. The next oldest, she did. And, I used to tease her about it. I was horrible. I was very horrible about it. And then there was the time we did get our ears pierced. And, I pretended that the gun got stuck in my ear for a split second. Mom was pissed. And then the gun actually got stuck in the next girl's ear while my mom was still trying to convince my sister to get her ears done. there are reasons why people who are big into piercings say don't go to Claire's, don't do the gun. I don't have my ears pierced anymore because one got torn out in a fight, and then while I was kind of paying attention to the aftercare for that one, like, they were studs. And this girl basically had, like, we called them Kruger nails at this particular point because they were the longer nails. And somehow she like went to slap me or some shit, and her nail had caught the stud, and it dragged until it could just pop out. That fucking hurt. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I think there's still a scar. I just can't remember which year it was now. Why can't I remember? Like, I remember some of the weirdest shit clearly, but I can't remember that. But the other ear ended up getting infected because I wasn't taking care of it right, because I was focused on taking care of the one, I want to say it was this ear. But so they just, in the end, that's what happened. And I want to pierce them again. I have wish listed a piercing kit. And then I'll just do it myself with a needle. Because, again, no issue with needles. None. I was going to wait and I was trying to see if Mocha was going to come around, but he might be currently sleeping. He's either under the couch or he's under the bed. Because he's been under the bed like half the time. Mocha! Mocha! He knows his name. And he's gotten better with the boys. There was a time he was maybe just a few inches from Rumble, and he was kind of doing a standoff, but he wasn't growling or hissing. And that was earlier today, before I left. So he's doing baby steps with the boys, but he's getting better. And he started coming up on the bed to hang out with me, which I also enjoy very much. I'm hoping eventually he'll... See, I don't know how to say this without it somehow sounding perverted, but I had a cat that would snuggle with me, basically be my little spoon. And I keep hoping that I will find another cat that will do that. Because I miss it. So, I'm hoping Mocha will do that. Especially now, since, Tom. But it is what it is. So, okay, we're about 25 minutes. And I've kind of rambled beyond just doing a simple update for you all. And it is well into my no longer should I be fasting time. I'm going to make a burger and some fries. By the way, my success has been found at... I'm going to try 17 minutes this time to get my fries just a little less done. But 18 minutes at 4:30 had the same results as 20 minutes at 4:30 as far as the burger went. And I usually like my burgers like medium rare or rare. So um I can go, yeah, I can drop it down another minute and see how that goes. And if there's some pink in the middle, I'd actually prefer it. But it was an experiment I recently started, because I realized with my air fryer oven, and I just realized I should probably drop a link for it because I actually love this smart fryer oven. It's a smart one. Um, Unfortunately, Grandpa will not let me just use him to set like the temperature and the time. I have to do it either through the app or the machine itself. But it will tell me through my phone and my watch when the food is done, which I think is great because sometimes I'll forget. Hashtag ADHD gang. But I'll forget. And so as soon as it completes, it lets me know, here and here. And then I can get up and get my food together. But because it's not like a basket, and it's an air fryer oven, so it has racks. And they're wire racks with like a diamond sort of pattern on them. But it helps for basically rendering out the fat of the burger. And I put it on one rack that's towards the bottom, and then I put the french fries like above it on a different rack. But the fat renders out of the burger, basically reducing the calories and the fat content of said burger, making it a little bit more healthy. A little bit. Not a ton, but unfortunately they don't do frozen patties at Walmart. Anything better than 75-25. So but I realized that getting the big, I mean, first of all, it was a box of 32 burgers. So, I mean, that's over a month if I'm just eating one a day, which is pretty much what I've been doing. And then usually having something else for my second meal. But I got it to kind of do a take on a breakfast burger. Because I wanted to do something like a steak, egg, and cheese sandwich for breakfast. But steak is too fucking expensive. Or even trying to get like stewed beef or sliced steak. It's all too expensive. Doing this, it was much cheaper, especially if you look at even the cost of fresh meat versus frozen meat. There's a big difference. So yeah, I got the frozen burgers, and then it's also portion controlled. I don't have a smart scale yet. I'm trying to get one. I really want it, most of all specifically, to help me better portion things like meat. So I can be more exact with my calories. That's an eventual hopeful thing that I will be able to do. But I got some onions and peppers that I'm going to saute, and then I think it's fat-free cheese, but it's processed cheese. It's the stuff that gets wrapped in plastic. But it's great value brand. but you get like a pack of 24 slices for like $1.98. I got 2 of those. The idea is I start the burger in the smart oven. Um, I'll finish it in a pan with the onions and peppers on top, and then the cheese on top of that to kind of hold that all in place. Then also there'll be like a couple of eggs. I have these silicone pucks to help keep the egg like together. Um, then assembled it all together. I like a little bit of ketchup on my sandwiches, but boom, breakfast is done. And it won't even take that long to put it all together. Lightly toast the bread so it doesn't fall apart, because some bread falls apart so easily. Though I did get myself the multi-grain bread from Walmart. Um, I like the taste better. I like the consistency better, and it's better for you. Um, I should look to see if it's the resistant carbs. It was something I just read about. I also posted in the health and wellness channel in the Discord. I shared the article, but some people, apparently a TikTok thing right now is they're doing rice water. They're calling it rice Zempic, but you basically soak rice for at least half an hour in hot water. Then you like add lemon juice and drink it. But they're finding you get the better resistant starches if you cook and then let your rice cool down, because apparently in the cooling process the starches in the rice kind of reform those bonds, and that's what helps it become that resistant starch or resistant crap. What is it called? Do I still have it up? Hopefully I can find out. Starch? Okay, resistant starch is what I was thinking of. It's a type of fiber found in some starchy foods. While most starch gets broken down into glucose, resistant starch, well, resists digestion and can't be broken down. Um, Resistant starch resists digestion by human enzymes in the small intestine, kind of like fiber. So I will also share this when I go to upload this. I will share this. I'll try to look at health and wellness for the other article too. I'm also going to share this over there because I think it's good information, especially if you like carbs. If this is a way that we can enjoy carbs better, or not better, more efficiently, then let's do ourselves the favor, right? I mean, that's my thought process. Where is it? Oh, Lex just posted. Did I miss it? Come on. Health and wellness. There we are. Open link. Okay. The other thing the one thing I did share is from Science Alert, and it says Randomness is the latest TikTok hack for weight loss, but does it work? And in the end, I ended up sharing it with people because it doesn't just break down why. I mean, it works, but it doesn't. The rice water does have some resistant starch, but it's apparently nowhere near what is considered beneficial for you to actually take in to satiate yourself. So that's where they say that it would be better that if you cooked and cooled and then reheated rice. So basically, like fried rice, would be an option. Or just, reheating steamed rice to have under some beef and broccoli, or, something that you make at home. That's, I know some people talked about, there was a study somewhere about they used coconut oil, like a little bit of coconut oil when they initially steamed the rice, and apparently that helped too. I need to look for that, and then I'll talk about it another time. Something I read. Fuck, where was I? I think I was in the Rutherford Street apartment. So this was probably at least a few years ago now. But there's other starches or types of carby starches, starchy carbs. But what the whole Randomness thing was is soak half a cup of white rice unrinsed in 1 cup of warm or hot water up to overnight. Oh, sorry, I was wrong about the time frame. Drain the rice mixture into a fresh glass using a strainer. Discard the rice, but keep the starchy water. If they're just discarding the fucking rice and not actually cooking it and using it, wasteful motherfuckers. Add the juice of half a lime or lemon to the starchy water and drink. TikTokers advise the best results will happen if you drink this concoction once a day, first thing in the morning before eating. So the article then continues on to actually talk about the science behind resistant starch. Where I wouldn't suggest using the rice water for this. I think I want to try doing this for my hair. Like, I've heard good things about using the rice water for your hair. It's supposed to help it with growth, strength, things like that. It's part of why I eventually want to actually get something that helps you rinse your rice. Because I don't normally rinse my rice. But I want to get into the habit of doing it. So then, hopefully, I could actually use the rice water to maybe help my hair. It's also supposed to be good for your skin. Because, like, the little particles or stuff that comes off the rice can help exfoliate. So, I mean, there's cosmetic uses, I guess you could say, for rice water. So, if you want to do things with rice water, there are options. So, half a cup of uncooked rice, as per the Randomness recipe, contains around 0.6 grams of resistant starch. For optimal health benefits, a daily intake of 15 to 20 grams of resistant starch is recommended. I think they meant the rice water. Although there is no concrete evidence on the amount of resistant starch that leaches from the rice into the water, it's likely to be significantly less than the 0.6 grams, as the whole rice grain is not being consumed. And then there's the other ways to get resistant starch into your diet. Cooked and cooled rice. Letting cooked rice cool over time increases its resistant starch content. Reheating the rice does not significantly reduce the amount of resistant starch that forms during cooling. Brown rice is preferable to white rice due to its higher fiber content and additional micronutrients such as phosphorus and magnesium. I actually enjoy both types of rice, so yeah, I'm not, like, it depends on what I'm eating it with, because the brown rice does have like that nuttier flavor. I do like using it with my ghetto beef stroganoff though, which is something I eventually want to make to show you guys, because it's something I actually really like. And I mean, it uses a bit of dairy because I use sour cream in it, like a fair bit of sour cream. I don't know if there's actually cream in the cream of mushroom soup, but it's really simple. It's canned mushrooms, canned cream of mushroom soup, sour cream, and ground beef, salt, pepper, and then you serve it over rice. I mean, technically, you could also do it as an open-faced sandwich, or egg noodles, or whatever type of noodles, but I just prefer it over rice. More legumes. These are high in resistant starch and have been shown to promote weight management when eaten regularly. Why not try a recipe that has pinto beans, chickpeas, black beans, or peas for dinner tonight? So even peas count. Good to know, because I don't know why, but I like just having buttered noodles, like elbow macaroni or something like that, with just a can of peas. Just macaroni and peas is what I call it, because it doesn't need a complicated name. Macaroni and peas. I like it. It's good. It's simple. Cooked and cooled potatoes. Cooking potatoes and allowing them to cool for at least a few hours increases their resistant starch content. It's science. It's about the molecules. It's, do your research. It's a fucking thing. Fully cooled potatoes are a rich source of resistant starch and also provide essential nutrients like potassium and vitamin C, especially when you look at sweet potatoes. Look at sweet potatoes. Making a potato salad as a side dish. Oh, that's something I actually have been wanting for a while. That is a great way to get these benefits. My bio mom actually had a really simple recipe for potato salad that I really liked because it had vegetables in it. Growing up, I didn't like hard-boiled eggs. I now like them now, but I didn't like them back then. So she would make some just specifically for me. It was one of the nice things she did, actually. But it was just potatoes, mayo, lettuce, and tomato. Salt, pepper. That's... like, it doesn't have to be complicated. And it was so good. It was simple, but it was good. I mean, technically I could bougie it up a little bit with like some brown mustard. I mean, I could do the eggs now, and that would give me extra protein. But if I'm having it with something that, like a burger or something, I mean, that's my protein. So, yeah, I think next month I'm going to I think there's at least somebody in the frozen food section that already does cut up boiled potatoes. Like they've been previously boiled already and they just have to be steamed. Um Technically I wouldn't have to steam them. I just have to defrost them. I need to look into this. But yeah, I mean, it says someone is calling, but it's not actually showing me that someone's calling. Give me a second, guys. No, that's... Yeah, you saw a bunch of clutter. I don't know who called. Well, I'm going to stop for now because that might have been the Vine people trying to be let in for, the vegetable people. So, questions, comments, concerns, please drop them down below. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You be the judge. If you've liked what you've been hearing so far, please subscribe. I appreciate each and every one that does. I'm almost to 150 and I'm amazed by that. Truly. It's I'm really excited that maybe I will be able to get to that monetized status. And then, I could do so much more for you guys. I mean, there's the gym stuff that I'm doing. So that being able to afford that myself would definitely be thing one. But, I mean, being able to buy, like, the resin stuff so I can make resin things for people. Just, there's a lot I want to do. And being monetized would help a long way in being able to have that all be possible. So, again, if you have anything to say, drop it down below. I'd prefer that you just press the thumbs up, but if you have a problem with anything I've said, please hit the subscribe button. I love you guys. Go fuck yourselves. And we'll talk again soon. Bye.